All right. Here's another one for my MGTOW brothers, my Idmore brothers, and my Red Pill brothers. SMV is real. Ask Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. Now, they're getting a divorce. It's going to be amicable. And I think really what it is they're realizing that that age difference, especially when it's an older woman, it does make a lot of difference. People think it, for an older man and a younger woman, it makes a difference. And it does. But for an older woman and a younger man, eventually that stuff is going to catch up, which is why women like to have men within, a 2 to 3 year range, plus or minus. And this is why. Now, Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet, they've been with each other forever. Because I remember when Jason Momoa started dating her, I think it was with Game of Thrones, maybe a little bit before that. Because I remember Jason Momoa from Stargate. And he was the hulky dude, the eye candy for the women. And I thought, he was sort of like The Rock. He was a big hunky dude. He was good looking, can't remember what kind of eyes. I think he has green eyes or something like that. So basically, he's racially ambiguous. So he can go either with black chicks or he can go with white chicks, whatever. He's going to be eye candy for either side, right? So they've been together for 15 years. So what is he? When he got to, he's 42, so what was he, 26, 27 when they got together? And she was all of, 38? She's 54 now. Yeah, she's all of 39. So she's damn near 40, and you have this 20-year-old. And the reason that he got with her because he had a childhood crush on Lisa Bonet. And so they were together, without being married for 10 years or so. And then the last 5, they've been married. And now I've been in those May-December romances because, with being a 20-year-old and with, a 40-year-old, I've been there. And that is probably about the last of her sexual ability. Because we got to remember, even though a man is not fully grown until he gets 30. So Jason Momoa was still a very young man. And he is a physical alpha on top of that. So I'm sure when they first got together, Lisa Bonet could handle him. Maybe for the next 5 years, from 40 to 45, she can still handle him. But she starts creeping up on that 50-year mark, and I think she had a couple, 1 or 2 babies for him. I think she had at least 1 baby for him. Basically, she was done. Basically, for the last 4 or 5 years, you're at that 50 mark and you're hitting menopause. Okay, you can't handle a dude that's in his 30s. It can be kind of hard because you're going to slow down. And that SMV is real. Got to remember, women peak at 19. Okay, men peak at 30. So even though you add those, it's like a 12-year difference, man. Add 12 years on top of that. Even though she's 54, add 10 years to that 54. She's like 64 compared to the SMV. She cannot keep up with the man that's at Jason. Jason is still, he's not at his peak because he's been peak out about 32, 33. Jason is not at his peak, but he's leveled off. And Jason won't level off enough for her to accept her being her being menopausal until he gets in his late 50s. So Jason's got another 16, 17 years before she's finally matched up sexually. So I can see why they split. She can't handle him no more. I mean, at 54, once a week maybe? And if he's a physical alpha, once a week is not going to, especially at 40, he's not going to do it. When I think he's 42. When I was 42, I was still getting it in twice a day. And that is not her at 54. Her at 54, she's once a month, or maybe twice a month. And that's not going to cut it. And I think she knows that. And I think that she's young. I think they said this in a statement that they were going to set each other free. So she doesn't have the responsibility of keeping up with a much younger man that's in his physical prime. And he doesn't have the guilt of still having his sexual desires at a rate that she can't handle. Because I'm sure he doesn't really want to cheat. He would prefer to be with her, but at this point, they don't match. Man, I think she's realizing it. Do I think she loves him? Yeah, I think she does. Hell, you're 40-year-old and you get a 20-year-old alpha male, physical alpha, that's a movie star, good looks and all that kind of stuff. He makes her first husband look like a simp comparatively, because he's a he-man. He looks like a superhero. And to get that in your 40s, that is a boy toy. And this is not the first time it happened. Demi Moore tried this, and it flamed out the same way. When you get past that, that 45-year level, things don't work the same way. And you physically cannot handle somebody that young. And guess what he did? He had to get a divorce. He paid her off, and he got him a much younger woman that he's still married to. So I think they had a good 15-year run, and everybody is still astounded how they got together, because it doesn't make sense. Okay, normally women are known for their youth and beauty, and I have Lisa Bonet is still a pretty woman. I mean, comparatively for her age. But at some point, plastic surgery and all kind of other health benefits is not going to help. Okay, you physically cannot keep up. The hormones don't work the same way. Okay, that factory shuts down. That sex drive is there for a reason. It's to reproduce children. Okay, once that factory closes up, that's all she wrote. And then the rest of the little things will start shutting down. Men can extend it because we don't have the same kind of system or factory that they do. Men produce live sperm. So even an older man, if he keeps in shape, he can slow down Father Time. Women cannot. They can't do it the same way. And I think this is a lesson. No matter what people say, what women say, that black don't crack, it's not all about looks. You can look good. You can look like you're 20, or look like you're in your 30s. But if you're 50s, still got a 50-year-old body. You still have 50-year-old hormones. Okay, the aging process is real, unless you can find some nanobots that can actually reverse that aging process and take you back to your 20s. Okay, you're not a match. Okay, somebody like Jason Momoa should have a woman like 25, 26, 30 max. That's what I would tell them. Jason Momoa should have a woman that's 30 years old max. And Lisa Bonet is not it. So this is just biology. People say, why did he get divorced? It's just biology. And it's smart. You can't fight Mother Nature. Hell, if I was 60 and I had a girlfriend or a wife that's like 30, 31, 32, and she's going to get out there and run wild, the one of two things: I'm going to accept it, that she's going to go out there and she's going to run around with younger dudes on my dime, or pay her off and let her go. Let her go do her, let her go explore younger guys, or guys that are her age or close to her age, or whatever she wants to do. And let her go, because at some point you can't fight biology. And I think Lisa Bonet is learning that. Can't fight biology. Let him go do his thing. Especially if he's a movie star and he's getting chicks that are less than half your age running up on him. Jason Momoa's got teenage chicks, 18, 19, 20, running up trying to give him some pussy. So at some point you can't fight that. I don't care how much he loves you. He's gonna fall, because guess what? You're once a month chick now. You had your run. It's his time. Anyhow, that's all I got for this one. This is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.